My name is Swetha. I'm going to handle you a topic on machine learning, an introduction to machine learning. So today we are going to discuss about what is machine learning, what are the different types of machine learning, and what are the uses of machine learning, real-time applications, advantages and disadvantages of machine learning. So before we begin to learn about what is a machine learning exactly, so we will see how many people have heard about machine learning, because nowadays everybody is using the term which is a machine learning, and how many people know about a machine learning. If you have heard it, definitely few of people might be knowing it what is a machine learning, and if you know that, how many people are using machine learning really. So we get a quick questionnaire about this before begin or before you're going to learn about machine learning, because there are few people who will be heard about the machine learning and who know about the machine learning and who are already using a machine learning. Now in this case, a machine learning is a subfield of artificial intelligence. So it belongs to a subcategory of artificial intelligence. So what exactly machine learning is, we will go with a simple example. But before that, the name machine learning is derived from the concept that it deals with the construction and the study of the systems that can learn from the data. So most of the cases, whatever the raw data which we are observing in the real life scenarios, there are a huge amount of raw data which is collected. And from that given raw data, we need to make the data into a proper meaningful manner. So further, the construction and the study of the systems that can learn from the data, that is one of the concept where the machine learning has been evolved, and it can be seen as a building blocks to make the computers learn to behave more intelligently. So we will also know about the difference between the normal computer software and the machine learning softwares, how exactly it will differentiate. It can be the machine learning can be acting as a building blocks to make the computers learn to behave more intelligently. I mean, whenever we train to the computer, it can make more computations than a human can do. So that is what it will behave more intelligently than a human. And it is a theoretical concept. Before learning machine learning and before applying it to any algorithms or any models, first it is a theoretical concept we need to learn, and there are various techniques with various implementations. So if we know really a theoretical concept of machine learning, and then what are the various techniques available, and then what are the various implementations, so for what particular purpose or for what real-time applications we need to choose which technique and which implementation model. So that is how we'll be dealing with. So far we got an idea about that machine learning is a concept which will make the system to learn from the given data. So whatever the data which is existing, we will be training the machine to learn from the existing data. Now coming to the next, this is a basic definition where you find in various textbooks on various academic uh, definition of the machine learning. So a computer program is said to learn from the experience E with some class of task T and a performance measure P. If its performance at task in T as measured by the P improves with E. So it seems like a Greek and Latin, but still this machine learning is learning from the data. So what is experience E and what is the task and what is P? So in order to understand this, let's go for an example where we will be involved a learning or a training. So suppose if we tell an apple, so what do you understand? When you just spell out apple, everybody can have some imagination. So few people will imagine that, and this apple which is red in color and it is a type of fruit, and then what is the shape of the apple, so we will get some imagination. And as soon as you tell apple, few people can imagine the another color of the apple which is yellow in color, and this is also a fruit, and what will be the shape of the apple, this imagination we can know. And few people can imagine an apple which is a logo and which is a brand of and it is a sky blue in color, and this is a logo for that, and this shape of this logo will be like this, the apple logo symbol. So like that, there are different kinds. When you say just apple, either imagine, that means the machine, even the human beings cannot understand whether we are talking about this apple or this apple or this. So if it is a machine, so how about the machine there? So whenever we are training a machine, it should have a correct clarity of which apple we are talking about. So that is what we are making the machine to learn or to train. So hope you got some idea. So now from the given data, now again next is learning or given the training to the machine. So that is what the main aspect of the machine learning. And similarly, coming to the workflow, here how the training has to be done. Now, as I told you that whenever we speak about a word like apple, we need to train it to the machine. So that training will involve the steps. So what is that? First, the training, in the training, the first stage is whenever you are giving an input, that is input is nothing but your apple. So for that input, everything you need to specify a particular label. So with the help of that, you will be giving an input, and this input has some features. So what are that features? The feature extractor will be able to take out the whatever the important features which are available from the input, and those features are being given to the machine learning algorithm. Say suppose in the previous example, what are the features here you have learned? As this apple, if you want to train it to the machine to identify, then you need to specify that this color is red and it is a type which belongs to a fruit, and the shape of this. So there are some different features. If we just take a simple example as a fruit, but if you take other products which we are training, then you will be having a lot more features than this. Now, if you are training, you will be given a label, and here you will be having an input which is an apple, and that will be given to the feature extractor, and we will be specifying what features it has to consist of. And these features we will train to the machine learning algorithm, and so that it will be able to identify and it will be recognizing the label, so that it is an apple or it is a logo for the mobiles or for the laptops. So like that, it will be able to identify. Now this is training. So in the first stage of machine learning, we will be training it, and in the second stage is prediction. Prediction is what, where, how it will be. Here we are giving one label and we are training it. Now whenever prediction is nothing but it is a kind of testing. So when we give that particular apple symbol, how the machine will be showing, or what type of label, whether exactly whatever the label which we have trained, so is that showing the same. So for that, we need to use the stage which is called as a prediction. So in the prediction, we give the input and we give the feature extractor, and similarly the features are being given to the classifier model. So there are a lot of terms involved like classifiers, regressions, all these we will be learning in the next later classes. And so that this classifier model, whatever is trained, it has to recognize the label. So this is how the workflow, it involves the training, and similarly second step is the prediction. So this is a workflow, basic workflow of a machine learning. Now coming to this normal computer versus ML. So the difference between the normal computer software and the machine learning is that the human developer has not given codes that instructs the system how to react to the situations. Instead, it is being trained by a large number of data. So in a normal computer software, what we will be observing is, here we will be able to understand the code which will be developed by the human, and we will be writing the code only to a particular scenario, but we cannot make the system to how to react to a particular situation. So that can be done with the help of the machine learning. So that is the difference between a normal computer and machine learning. And if you go on, like some of the machine learning algorithms are, the names of the machine learning algorithms are being given random forest, and this will be, again we have to go internally about what are the classification, regression concepts, and these are the types of machine learning. So three types of machine learning are existing: supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. So the machine learning uses, as we are covering just the basics of this machine learning. So again we need to learn about the three types of the machine learnings in detail, but simply I'm just taking you the overview or the brief concepts of machine learning. And this is a machine learning uses traffic prediction and virtual personal assistance, speech recognition. For what the purpose we are using a machine learning? So these are the examples for especially email spam and malware filtering, bioinformatics, and natural language processing. For conversion or the text translation, we'll use machine learning. And these are the real-time examples of the machine learning: traffic prediction, and similarly online transportation, same similar kind of the uses and in real life. And best programming languages for the machine learning are Python, Java, C, C++, Shell, R, and JavaScript. So you can use any of these, but most of the cases we will be using a Python for machine learning, which is very on demand nowadays. So we'll stop with this, the difference between AI and machine learning, and we'll be seeing some advantages, disadvantages of the machine learning. So that's all. Thank you. So that I thought that just I have given you an overview of what is a machine learning and what is the example for machine learning, and then the workflow of the machine learning. Similarly, all these applications, advantages and disadvantages. Thank you. Thank you all.